Hey friends, Mark Holmes here, my buddy Cowboy Jobu, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Because without you guys, this would be nothing, and I mean it. This literally would be nothing without you guys. Sorry, tonight I am a little unprepared because I literally just got home from a very, very long day at work. I literally just got home 30 minutes ago, threw down a couple of slices of pizza, and yes. Deveris, you are first. Congratulations. How you doing, Marcel Butler? It's been a very, very long week, so I'm going to actually end up doing this really, really short because I am about as tired as it can be. And to be honest with you, there's really not a whole lot of news on our Dallas Cowboys at the moment, other than Escobar. Actually, Gavin Escobar has left the building and has now signed with the Chiefs. So, there's that. And it almost makes you wonder, is there a curse of Jason Witten? I mean, we have been trying to draft tight ends to replace him forever. I mean, we had Marty B, we had Gavin Escobar, we got Hannah, we've got, just a Madrid of tight ends. And none of them seems to stick. So you have to wonder, we've been blessed with Jason Witten, but we have not had a tight end really since him. Hopefully, we'll be able to find something. How are we doing tonight, Jackie? Eddie? How about them Cowboys? Dave Wood? A little out of focus. Okay. Let me check the camera, make sure there's nothing on it. I actually rushed to get down here and get set up. And let's see. Boom. See if that's a little better. Is that any better, guys? Hopefully. Is that better? With me being old and ugly, it's probably a better thing that I am out of focus. Let's see if that's any better. Still looks kind of big. How you doing, Amanda? Surprised that we're out of focus. Hopefully that's better. This bud's for you. Come on, man. You know, Jobu, it's Rum. Well, anyway, back to Jason Witten, who signed a 4-year contract, and I think it's almost funny because a lot of the talking heads are like, "Yeah, Stephen Smith, he deserves it. He deserves it." Well, quite frankly, a bookwork type of a deal because they didn't put any more guaranteed money. What you have to understand, the only thing that means anything is the signing bonus and the guaranteed money. The rest of that stuff you just don't even count because more than likely they won't see it. But what the Cowboys were able to do is basically take his salary that was going to be almost $9 million next year and basically spread it out, giving them some cap room. Of course, they have the option of keeping him for a few more years if he wants to play, but he hadn't guaranteed playing more than just this season. So is Jobu holding his crying? No, he's just holding his Dak Prescott jersey. One thing I wanted to touch on, and like I said, this is gonna be short and sweet tonight because I've got something planned for this weekend that could be really, really huge. So I've got a lot of work to do to get that together. And like I said, I think I've worked about 70 hours this week, so I'm a little bit on the worn out side. So I've got to work on that stuff. But I keep getting we've gotten so many new people. We're getting close to 8,000 fans and stuff. Okay, now we got a lot of new followers and things. And I had said, Haley's Facebook profile picture is Jobu. I looked it up, and they said, no, it's not. Well, he's got a page, just like I have CowboyJobu, which is my Facebook page. And we're zipping out again. Did we lose? Did we start? Okay. Which is CowboyJobu, which I am the administrator of. And then I have my Facebook, which is Mark Holmes. And we're having technical difficulties, it appears, tonight, too. So somebody looked up, and they found Charles Haley's pro page. which they said it's not Jobu. Well, I tell you what. Here's the thing. If you go to Facebook and Charles Haley's Facebook profile, let's see if I can blow this up. This is Charles Haley's personal Facebook page. Picture Jobu, Mark and Michael Holmes. Look familiar? And that, of course, when he had butt ugly hair. Not that this is great either, but that was from 2013 or 2014. But if you go through it, he's followed by 3,400 people, and he's got over 4,000 friends on it. But this is 4,300 friends. This is actually Charles Haley's personal. Now, you might wonder, why is it Charles Haley would have Jobu as a profile picture? I knew Charles back at JMU. We played football on the same team, played for the team. I always say that. I played special teams and stuff like that, but I wasn't like a Charles Haley, and he was a few years older than I am. But I did a blog back when I used to write, and I was talking about draft picks, how a guy can have supposedly all the tools and everything else and be the can't miss guy like Tony Mandritz. And I compared it to Charles Haley, who was a 4th-round draft pick out of a small school that didn't have a winning record the whole time he was there. And he could become a guy with 5 rings. And at this time, this is when Charles Haley kept getting rejected by the Hall of Fame. And he ended up reading this article, and he ended up, of course, liking it. And from that point on, he knew the story about Jobu. He made it his profile picture, I guess because he was looking for some mojo. The very next year, boom, he's in the Hall of Fame. So I keep getting people who say that, I like what you talk, football, but I can't support you with the voodoo doll. Well, I guess then you'll be one less person than I'll have, because Jobu is the story. Jobu is the reason why a lot of people are here. It's not that I've learned anything more about football, but Jobu is something different. It's something memorable. And for me, it's been fantastic luck. So Jobu stays, and I guess that guy goes. Another thing I want to touch on tonight, too, is we're about a month away from the NFL draft in Philadelphia. There's an opportunity for you to not only go to the draft, but to be able to call out a team's draft pick on the 3rd day. Also come away with a helmet that's signed by all the draft picks. And it's a United Way NFL contest, and it's raising money for character education, a cause that's near and dear to my heart. United Way and the NFL, they both do great work. And here's the thing. For a $10 donation, you get 100 opportunities to have your name drawn. I think for 25, you get 250. You get a thank you letter from the NFL. For a $65 donation, you get a draft shirt, and you have 6,000 chances to win it. And for $75, you get a draft hat, official draft hat. So it's something that's good for the community, and it's something where you can actually have a chance to win something. Now, one thing I will tell you guys is a lot of times people will see these contests, but not that many people necessarily will enter them. So believe it or not, in these things, like when you see the Bud Light things and the Doritos contests and stuff like that, you think that millions of people enter, but that's not necessarily the case. In fact, I can think of some different contests where there was only a couple hundred people ended up going through, but they still give out the prizes. So, and what you do is go to Prizeo.com/NFL. Check it out. Like I said, it's Jobu's A-list celebrity. Okay. think we are back. Are we back? Mark, you have the blues. That's funny. Okay, I think we are back on. And yes, we're back. Yay. I'm not sure what the technical difficulties are. Yes. And let me turn myself down over here because I don't want to hear myself talking twice. There we go. All right. So unfortunately, I'm sorry, having technical difficulties there. Hopefully the picture, for whatever reason, looks clear as can be, and I just look really old. But back to Tony Romo, and a lot of people say I talk about that too much. Well, I'm trying to analyze and figure out what the hell is going on with Jerry Jones and the whole situation. With Tony, I think what he's trying to do is he's doing a last-ditch effort to get something for him. April 17th is get a chance to start working out. And if Tony Romo works out after April 17th with the team and he gets hurt, then we're stuck for $24 million contract. Got to be paid. So it's advantageous for Jerry Jones if the Texans are going to make a deal before April 17th, because you don't want him anywhere near the facility after April 17th. Again, he gets a hangnail and can't play, boom, you got to pay for it. So Jerry Jones is saying, oh, well, we may wait till training camp and make the Texans think, well, shit. If we have to wait until April 17th, if we have to wait until training camp, good. So he's trying to get them to give up something. But the problem is the Texans, it's not so much the pick as much as it is a contract. It's advantageous for them to take on a free agent that has no contract, so that way they can write one that's team friendly. You don't want to take on Tony Romo's contract and he can't play and now you're stuck with it. The whole thought is, even though it's only $14 million for him for this year, it's still got other years on it. You want to write a contract that is performance latent to make sure that if he gets hurt. So we're kind of at an impasse there. I think and risk of getting hurt. If you remember a few years ago, most people say, oh, it's just OTAs. Well, remember the first day of OTAs and Sean Lee got hurt? Yeah, it does happen. Tony Romo has some chronic injuries. So, yeah, it could happen. So that's why I look for something to happen by April 17th. But then again, I thought something would happen the first day of free agency. So who knows? But we'll see what happens on that situation. I hope we get it resolved soon because I would like to see our team. Here we go again. See our team focus on the players that are going to be here. Start focusing on the draft instead of every day talking about Tony Romo. Well, it appears that tonight is just not going to be our night for the live stream. Seems like we are down again. Are we still there? Okay. All right, we are still there. Sorry. I was having some technical difficulties on this end. It's just not being my night tonight. Oh, hey, Jane. You know, it's kind of cool that I'm beginning to notice we're getting more and more of the ladies in the house on a regular. I appreciate that. It's open for everybody. There's Sven. No, you're not down. Okay. It was down at least on my end. I'm just getting a black screen, although that may be a better look than what I have in general. Let me check out some of you guys' comments before we end this for the night. Without a fifth pound, well, Sam, man, it'd be nice to get a pick and all that, but I think at this point, it's just going to start getting uglier and uglier. At some point, you just got to cut your losses and move on. With when you look at DeMarcus Ware, that situation where DeMarcus Ware was a cornerstone of our defense, but we didn't go through the same hassle. We probably could have him, but Jerry Jones was cool enough to say, you know what, let's go ahead and move on. And so that's exactly what they ended up doing. They went ahead and just said, you know, good luck. We're here for you when you get done. The way it's going right now, the longer this goes, I'm not sure we'll have that relationship. I think it's going to end up being more like Green Bay and Brett Favre the longer it goes. Law Nation, shout out to Law Nation. Law, I was hoping to have you on here tonight, but I'm actually going to have to end early tonight because I'm going to fall out. And I think you're right. Jobu definitely needs a refill. There we go, Jobu. So, like I was saying, I'm going to have something special going on later this weekend. So I'm hoping that you guys will check it out, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. And I'm praying that it works out the way that I think it will. But I think it will definitely be fun either way. No boo-boos, and we love you, Mark. Okay. Well, I'm glad you do. I appreciate it. Unfortunately, life sometimes gets in the way of doing this. This is all for fun. Jay, I'm pretty good tonight. A little bit tired. It's been a long week. And today, pretty much nothing other than Gavin Escobar signing with Kansas City. But I am going to go ahead and end this, and I will possibly do something tomorrow night. And April Fools, anything planned? Oh, come on. Me and Jobu, April Fools? No, man. Law, I hope you will too. I'll see you guys later. All right, guys, I will see you possibly tomorrow night. I got to see if I can get these kinks and stuff hammered out on the live stream because can't have this stuff going down the way it did. And as always, I want to thank you guys for liking, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. And check out the Prizio Prizio.com NFL for the draft sweepstake because I would love to take pictures of you guys on the stage at the draft. Have a great night and keep spreading the mojo.